Good evening. How can I help you boys?
I want a trick or treat.
Trick or treat!
I want some Reese's Pieces, please.
Well, that was tonight, wasn't it? Well, unfortunately, I forgot to grab the candy for this evening. Why don't you boys step inside my abode and I'll make sure we feast on something here in a minute.
I want a feast, yeah. I'm coming in.
Come in.
I want a
come in.
Butterfinger.
I'm good.
I'm not coming in unless there are memes.
I have everything you boys could desire. Just come in.
Holy shit! Is that a PNG sequence of Gene Wilder? Dude, get the fuck in here, dude!
Alright, I'm coming in.
Dude,
What?
I just looked in this dude's fucking cabinet. He's got a shit ton of circus peanuts. I'm so fucking excited right
Holy
now.
fuck. Is that Peter Pan peanut butter with extra crunch? Dude! What the fuck? dude?
And next to the peanut butter, Peter Pan peanut butter is Peter Griffin. Look, there he is.
Why don't you boys come take a seat?
What was he doing in his cabinet? Whoa, wait, do you guys hear something? Does that sound like a scream? It's coming from that dude.
Pay no mind to that, please. Why don't you all come take a seat? I have a ham in the oven. We can enjoy ourselves.
I fucking love ham, dude.
Come take a seat.
Yeah, okay.
All right, and now,
Okay.
let's go ahead and start the thing. All right. Hey guys, welcome to the spookiest fucking episode of any Halloween podcast you would ever see on the internet, also known as the Double Dick Riders podcast. I'm your host.
Where the fuck did your accent go?
This is the fucking podcast, asshole. So welcome to the Double D podcast. I'm, of course, your spooky host, Count Quinn, because I'm not Captain Quinn for this evening. I'm Count Quinn. I'm here with Sigma. What's a good play on words for like a mummy or something for you?
Sig marital dispute. The scariest thing of all.
That one, yeah. We're also here with Dob. He's dressed up as like some.
I'm dressed up as the Double D podcast.
We're also here with one of my favorite people in the world. He's like my best friend. He was bitten by a rabid lava man.
Hello.
And finally, we have what do I call you, Frick Frack?
Frick frack?
Yeah,
Antoinette.
we got Frick Frack. He didn't come in costume this evening. So guys,
No, that's
Way to blow it.
happy Halloween, everyone. How y'all fucking doing?
I'm doing great.
Awesome, dude. Well, tonight we're going to talk about a bunch of Halloween shit. We're not talking about that other shit that we've been talking about for the past few weeks. We're not talking about Kill Bill. We're going to talk about killing people, all right? So let's get into it.
Yeah.
That's illegal in at least one
All
state.
right.
But it's
so
Halloween.
What is what?
It's Halloween, man. Let's start out with something simple. What is y'all's favorite candy to snack on during this time of year?
It's Whoppers, dude. You can't go wrong with a little fucking Whopper. I like to pretend it's a little Progerian child, an African Progerian child, and I suck the life out, and it tastes like chocolate.
Sweet, dude. What is a Whopper? Is that like the chocolate milk milk
It's a
ball?
little chocolate malt ball, and it's fucking
That's right.
delicious.
That
and
stuff
suck
is
on
There's a
it.
wafer. Don't forget about that shit.
What is it now?
There's a wafer in the middle. It's just like
Oh,
Yeah,
That
that's the
stuff is
best
good.
part when you suck all the chocolate off, and it's just that nice little wafer.
Oh,
a
yeah.
little crunch. That
Whenever I eat those, I'm always scared there's gonna be like a tooth in the middle or something.
It'd be a good prank.
I don't remember
That's
this being
funny.
here. What a prank.
Well, got me. Man, for Halloween, like, anytime I'd go trick-or-treating, like, the only thing I would ever, like, try to eat, like, either last or, like, first if I was really, like, excited for it was Butterfingers. Like, that shit was so good when I was a kid.
I have a story about Butterfingers. I kind of had a sugar crush towards them because my friend, his mom worked in like his mom worked where she just manufactured them and like shipped them out to stores. So of course he had like a shit ton, and so he always supplied me multiple Butterfingers every single day to the point where I'm in the playground. This is like 4th grade. I'm in the playground laying down on this slide, holding my stomach and groaning with like wrappers of
Butterfinger pregnant.
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good song name.
Now, but you want to know about a good candy though? Have you guys ever had 100 grand?
Oh, those are good.
Have you guys
No,
ever
I
had
haven't.
someone that actually loved you? That shit, that's a rush.
Oh, man. You know, I just
But guys, really quick, do you guys know what the best fucking candy is?
What?
You guys know
100
what that
grand.
is?
We've established this.
So, listen, I'm all for your opinion, but it's wrong. The best candy to get is a fucking Lucky Wishbone chicken breast, where you walk up to a bunch of college kids in the middle of a fucking house and you ask, well, that's not the irregular part, that's pretty normal, but you walk up to their house and you're like, yo, trick or treat, smell my feet, bitch, and they go, that's pretty funny, kid, but we don't got any candy. And they're like, yo, you want a chicken breast, bro? And I was like, yeah, why not? And so they just shimmied this slimy, disgusting, greasy chicken breast down into this Ziploc bag with a couple of fucking French fries, and they filmed me receiving this dirty little package and walking off their property and laughing as I ran to my mom. And I'd really like to find the footage that they gathered, and I'm still on a quest to find it. Every single day, my search history is littered with retard child takes chicken off from Halloween, and I haven't found it yet, and I'm getting kind of sad. If I can find the picture, I'll put it in general.
Dusty Albanian child take.
Dusty Albanian child runs from Obama drone strikes while getting fed chicken breasts. Halloween.
That's scary. Okay.
That's
That-
Imagine
that's
receiving like a care package airdrop, like your whole nation is starving. Obama drops down the
Chicken
package
breast.
into drone. It's just a giant Ziploc bag with like 8 chicken breasts in it.
This will feed your nation's people.
18,000 people.
That's actually a good, like, kind of a talking point, is like, what is the weirdest shit you've ever gotten in like your candy bags? Because I know I've gotten like some, not like overly weird stuff, but I have gotten some dumb stuff. Like, I think the dumbest thing I got was a sandwich. Like, some person made a bunch of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and just passed them out to people. But like, the way I think about it is, they could have just used that money to buy candy. Instead, they wasted all that money to get bread and peanut butter and jam and give it to about 100 kids that night, when you could have just bought a big bag of candy, given up.
You sound disappointed, and I dislike the fact that
No,
you're disappointed.
no, it was good. I had it, but like, it's just, that's kind of a waste of money now that I think about it.
They probably just didn't have any candy, but they had like 20 loaves of bread and 18 jars of Skippy creamy peanut butter, and they just went, man, fuck it. This is all I gotta do.
Then I took a
I ain't
bite.
hungry.
I don't mean to be weird, but does anybody else, you own a pooch, you have Skippy peanut butter, you've seen it in the movies,
Oh yeah, then you
know.
put them in one of those really cute dog costumes because it's Halloween.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you spoon feed them peanut butter, and you put it on your Facebook wall, and everybody happy likes it.
But weird shit they've gotten in your candy bags. Well, I'm interested in hearing what y'all have found.
I got a Book of Mormon once. I live in New York too, so that's just like,
That's funny.
what fucking Mormon is out here in New York City giving me a Book of Mormon? Like, you'll
I don't
learn,
think the Book of
child.
Mormon is. I'm pretty sure that's just a stage play. Pretty sure they just gave you a fucking script and they expected you to read it out to
Now,
them.
see, that would
No.
have been better than candy if it was the stage play, but if it was actually like the religious book,
The
that
holy
would,
book.
that would have been
The holy
shitty.
book. Polyamorous relationships.
It's like the Third Testament or whatever, and it's just like, yo, fuck mad bitches.
What asshole?
Worship
Yo,
God.
I made a mistake in the First Testament. All these bitches, get them all! Move
Yeah.
to Mexico and get in trouble with cartels and fucking have 30% of the Mormons that went there fucking die.
It just feel like that sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, the weirdest thing I've got in my trick or treat bag is here's a setting. It wasn't in a house; it was in a school, and it was an elementary school. My little sister was in an elementary school, right? And they had this event where like each classroom is a house per se, and you can knock and they'll give you candy. And I think this was a cheap tactic to Trojan horse a fucking mini encyclopedia inside their bag.
Are you fucking serious?
You're gonna learn whether you like it or not, kid.
That's worse than the fucking Book of Mormon.
I
Oh wait,
I have
by
a-
the way, I'm here now.
Oh, hey, Beans.
yeah. Also, I put the picture in general since we're doing a tangent. That's me with my fucking chicken breast.
Wait. The worst thing I got in trick or treat bag was from like a dentist. We got a fucking arts and crafts project.
What
That
the
was bad.
I have a couple Halloween stories, and one of them has to attain with the conversation. I honestly think the chicken breast is the best thing I had. I fucking lasted 3 days straight. But like, we had this one where it was another school thing where they try to like peddle kids into learning good lessons, and we had to walk all around the neighborhood that the school was housed in, and they just had a bunch of like people that were like little outposts, little house outposts, and they would just give you things like pencils that weren't even sharpened. Like those dinky little sharpeners.
Oh, no.
You know those dinky little
Oh,
sharpeners that you have to
such
walk to the
monster.
back of the class to the trash can,
Oh, yeah.
like the poor man's
Oh.
sharpener.
Oh,
And
was
they
that
gave
what
us
Thing
like
I crank when they
floss.
don't work.
I think the one
Those
candy that I
suck.
got was like a Twizzler, like a really short Twizzler.
Oh, really?
Jesus.
It was real sad.
That
Do you- Have you ever gotten in trouble on Halloween? Because then that'll peddle into another story that happened at that school, where
Oh.
it was a little conspiracy, a little escapade, a little shenanigan that I got into.
I do have like one. It was like trouble as in like my friend, like I wasn't in trouble with my parents, but I was in trouble like with like a whole neighborhood.
Go ahead, tell it.
Halloween.
All right.
I'm a
Happy
trick. I'm
Halloween,
setting
kid.
off a bomb.
Yeah, we fucking when we were setting up our C4 in the middle of the no.
When I decided
something
to end
to
the
eat.
life of half a dozen people in my neighborhood by fucking planting little acid bombs that would not only dismember their face but permanently kill some of them.
Listen,
As
if
if
they're
there's
gonna
another
give me
way.
a
Yeah,
half
as if there's a way to not
Halloween,
temporarily kill some of them. They would go unconscious.
For like a
temporarily
week.
kill.
if they give me a half-size bar, they're gonna
They
have
were
a
gamers.
half-size
Okay,
bag.
wait. I have a defense. They were gamers. They would respawn. Gamers don't die. They respawn. You know what I'm saying,
Oh,
fellas?
So
I get it.
as I was saying, okay, so you know what's really retarded about this story? I was with like 2 other friends and we were trick-or-treating in a neighborhood that was like I want to say about a mile away from where we live, and we got in trouble because we were in a gated community, but they were having private trick-or-treating in the gated community. It was the most
That's
retarded
retarded.
thing.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
there's a neighborhood by me that does that. But we know someone there. So
Why weren't the
I
gates
can get
fucking
in.
closed then?
That's what we thought. The gates were open, but they
They
had
have
this tiny-
passcodes.
They had
They have
this ti-
passcodes that you gotta get in.
The gates were open, but they had these these tiny little pieces of printer paper, that you could obviously see through because they're put on in front of lamps that say this is a private trick-or-treating area for residents of this.
Who has
gated
lamps
community.
outside? Who's putting fucking lamps outside?
No. You know, like those like porch lights that they have in front of the gated community signs.
Ah.
They put it on there,
Yeah.
and you could see
the
right.
porch.
Yeah, you could see like right through the paper, and it was like written in pen too, so it wasn't like even thick lines. And it was the little sign that said private trick-or-treating for this area only. And it was really retarded because like this big burly security guy kind of looked like Nick Frost from the Hot Fuzz movie.
Hot Fuzz.
Yeah, he kicked us out because we weren't residents, and we were only like 13 years old, and like we still look like little kids trying to trick or treat. Man, fuck that
That's
place.
sad.
I'm glad I
Should
moved
have
out
been richer,
there.
man. Should have been born into a wealthier family.
I know,
idiot.
right? I should have been born as the 1%, right?
Oh man.
Yeah.
You see?
Fucking
That's how
idiot.
it works.
That's
Your
how it
social
works. Yeah.
economics.
And
That kind of.
I'm sorry.
I'll go. Kind of reminds me of one year I was at like my aunt and uncle's in Pennsylvania for Halloween because a hurricane came through and my house was flooded.
oh no.
So I didn't have a costume,
Oh,
but I had a fucking Peter Griffin mask. So I stuck the pillow under like a white dress shirt,
How
and I
old
just
were
wore
you?
like I was like 12. So I just
Better.
stuffed like a pillow under a white dress shirt, and I walked around in a Peter Griffin mask, and everyone there just assumed I was from the neighborhood and gave me man candy. It was wonderful.
That's
Man
funny.
candy?
Yeah, it was like a candy. Like you got a
Even
lawyer.
protein bars.
Sounds like a euphemism for some kind of drug that's going around the neighborhood. Yo, kid,
Hey,
you
bro.
want some of this man candy?
They
You
gave me
stuff
this
it up.
weird little postage stamp with Donald Duck on it. I ate it, and that taste. My head felt funny.
They gave me this funny little sticky note that I put on my tongue, and then everything went all fuzzy.
Hey, bro, you got the man candy, bro? Yeah.
Dude, I got a couple of man candies on my body. You know what I'm saying, bro?
He just like unhinges his fucking trench coat. There's like 40
Those are the-
like, fucking G.I. Joe dolls. You're like, just, the fuck do I do with this?
Oh my god.
Alright, I gotta tell my story now. I'm sorry, I gotta get it out of me. I gotta get this fucking 2 cents out of my pocket. It's weighing me down. I'm already on the floor.
Okay.
There are my 2 cents. They're out on the floor. Alright,
Once
let me
you're
go.
done with that, I have
Alright.
a little anecdote.
Oh, that's a nice little anecdote.
It's not like a story, but it's just like a thought. But go ahead.
I allow no thoughts on this podcast. Thank you. So basically, we had a little gymnasium, as the cool kids say, in our school, and they tried to make it into a haunted house, and it was the most fucking lame thing possible. They used like less than a fourth of the court, like because it was just this gigantic basketball court, and like they put up cardboard walls and they drew shitty little spiders coming down on webs,
Oh my
and
god.
like you could see all the fucking terrible lighting because they didn't like you could go behind the fake walls that they set up, and the only thing that they had were annoying strobe lights, fog machines that made my asthma act up, which had never happened before with a fog machine. So there's some shitty fucking fog machines, and then the only thing that they had was a fucking table with the only thing on it was a bowl and a hand in it. And there was nothing else.
That's
You walk
scary.
in, there's not even anybody in front of the door. There's no atmosphere. There wasn't even music playing. It was just. You just hear a little radio playing with screams. They didn't even try to make it fucking spooky.
Please tell
So-
me it didn't cost money.
Yeah. No.
Okay,
You
good.
just fucking walk
I
in.
can't imagine
So-
like a school like charging like $15 to go through a quarter of a basketball court.
It was like a U-turn. You just did a U-turn around the table. I was like, okay, fuck off.
Seriously?
Yes,
Fuck, that's
yes.
bullshit.
And so,
It
yeah.
always looks so easy in the anime when they make the haunted house for their
Yeah, what the
culture
fuck,
fair.
dude?
It's
What the
like
fuck
it's an
is this
animation
school?
or something.
I mean, they
Dude,
should have the
I
room where
literally live
the
in
where the
anime.
students fight
I-
each other, like in school.
I live in Sword Art Online, where
Oh,
every single fucking building is made out of
school
cardboard.
We'll get
Hell
into
yeah,
that
bro.
some other episode.
Okay, so me and my friends, we decided to, liven it up. So we just fucking went behind the walls. So I went under the table. I grabbed the hand, and I had like the bowl sort of like spill because there was nobody guarding it. It was just a fucking room you would walk into, do a little U-turn, and shit yourself out of. And like, so they were poking holes, and their arms would come out, and like some of them were laughing, and some of them were screaming, and people legitimately got scared since we were under. Most of us, like the oldest one there, he was out of school, so he was probably like closer to like 16. But most of us were under 5th grade, including me. I think it was like 3rd or 4th grade. And I went under the table, and this little girl, this little Mexican girl, she peeks under the table, and I fucking throw the hand to like scare them. And that was my routine, is I would just fucking bolt the hand into the cardboard wall, and everybody would just scream. I did a little Five Nights at Freddy's jump scare, and they were terrified. I was the best attraction. And yeah, What's
God forbid someone gets scared at a haunted house.
I know. So guess who that little Mexican girl belonged to? It was important that she was a little girl that was
Barack
alone.
Obama.
Yes, fucking exactly. Nobody gets it right the first time. I'm glad I'm with an intelligent group of people this time. So Obama fucking comes in and he yells at me and he threatens with ICBMs. And I say, bitch, you ain't president no more. And I walk out. But
Libtard
her mom. Thank you. And then everybody clapped. That's how you
Yep.
know it was a real story, because then everybody clapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
The
her
real
mom,
President Donald Trump
came
came
in.
down. He gave me a full-size Butterfinger.
He swooped in with his beautiful eagle-like hair, and he fucking bitch slapped me with his little comb over, and I cried. That was the first time I cried in my whole life. So her mom comes in holding her hand, and she's crying, and she's like, "What the fuck did you do?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And she was like, "This is my haunted house."
So this dumb little bitch just brought in like fucking trifolds and made a shitty little haunted house that she just let her daughter go into, even though her daughter probably made it. Like what amusement are you getting out of this? There wasn't even a line. They just walked in and then walked out in a span of 20 seconds. And I was just having fun. And then, you know, the 16-year-old, the only one that can like form thoughts that aren't just like, you're fucking stupid. What's wrong with this? He was like, yeah, we were just having fun. And then she's like, no, you won't. So then we did a little Bugs Bunny, this is war. And we kept on just sneaking in and fucking messing with people. And she kept on, like, coming after us. And then we started going in through the back door because they fucking left it unlocked for some reason. And then we went behind the walls that way. And then she got us out again. And one time, one of our people just walked in through the front door to, like, be a little spy to keep her in front. But we tried to go into the back door, and she was fucking waiting there, and she grabbed one of the kids in front, and she nearly grabbed me. I was like, fuck! And so, do you know what Trunk or Treat is?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so the gym...
Oh, so it's pretty much...
It's the classroom thing, but with cars.
Yeah. You
And
just
each
pretty
car
much
is a house.
get
And I
candy
cheated
from a
that
bunch
so
of
many
cars.
times.
It's
I
less
cheated that so
creepy
many
as you
fucking
think.
times. I cheated that so many times. I fucking went through like 3 times, and like the lady at the very beginning was like, "Haven't I served you before?" And all I did was laugh and put my bag in front of her. But I ran to the cars and I hid behind her. It was like it was a horror game because I could just hear her screaming, going, "Get the fuck back!" Well, she didn't say fuck, but you could hear them come out in her voice. Get the fuck back! She said first of all, you guys are cool kids, and I was like, oh shit, she meant fuck. And
Hit the whip and nay-nay.
I literally came out from my hiding spot and I whipped in her direction and she fucking disintegrated. It was scary.
I did the
But then
default
after
dance
she
and I got that
materialized,
victory royale.
dude, I literally did the Turk on her grave as her daughter watched and said, "This wouldn't have started if you just didn't fucking hide under that table."
Her daughter opened her mouth, a voice recording played, and it said, "Me star job, I don't feel so good."
And then I withered away. So I ran to my mom and I just hid behind my mom the whole time. Like, can we please leave? And if I would have just been smart and said this crazed fucking lady is yelling at a bunch of kids going in a haunted house, everything would have been fine. But again, I was like a 3rd or 4th grader. And there's my thing. We never got to go back into the haunted house. We all just hid behind the dark little cars. And like, holy fuck, that was pretty epic. There you go. There's my story. Applause.
Oh wait, can we get a shout out to Christina Applegate?
Yeah. Shout out to Christina Applegate, a wonderful woman.
Guys, we have to rope this into Halloween. Shout out to Michael Myers.
Woo!
Oh.
Yeah.
He's the voice of Shrek.
I really thought it was a disgusting decision for them to turn his white mask, his white face paint, into black face paint, and still cast a white actor, like an actor. I thought that was a pretty disgusting move on their part, but you know, the movie was still like a 3 out of 10. You know.
So
Is it bad?
I heard it was okay. I watched the Super Mega movie review. They said there was a lot of flaws.
That's all I want.
What movie?
The new Halloween movie that came out.
Oh, I didn't know they had a new Halloween movie.
Yeah, I didn't know either until like last week.
I thought.
Yeah, all
it was
their
a
marketing
lot
sucks
of expectations,
dick.
But it was still like, but I had high expectations for it. Sadly,
I mean, I'll check it out whenever I get a chance. Who knows?
I'll just check it out whenever it's pirated.
Oh shit, a spooky Halloween vortex. Oh, it's Christmas time now. I really want to see the fucking, even though I know it's made by Illumination, I kind of want to fucking check out the new Grinch movie.
Oh, that looks
It's just some
awful.
morbid curiosity.
I don't know what it is. I know that the moose character is gonna be fucking annoying, but dude, that
Tyler,
fucking
the Creator's soundtrack.
Oh my god.
exactly. That's the thing that brings me in.
Actually,
That's the thing that
I just
pulls
wanna
me in.
go in.
He
Let's
literally
I
made
want-
2
I want
songs for it.
to heat on it.
let's step
Like,
back
you mean-
into this time machine and go back to Halloween.
That's the only song that plays the entire thing is just, who is this green mean fellow with a skin all pink that is green all yellow? You know what I'm saying?
Let's get back into
And
this
this
time.
green all yellow.
Was he all green and his green all yellow?
Let's get back into the time machine and go back all the way to Halloween.
Alright, we're here.
Because I have a little like thing that I remember my mother told me. She told me about whenever back in like
There's
the
a
80s.
box of chocolates. That's how life is.
Yeah.
Hey, wait, Quinn.
Yo.
You just realized that you made yourself have to wait for Smash again. Like you were closer to Smash when we
Oh
were.
yeah,
damn
you legit you went to pick. Well, I mean, technically that was November 6th. Like our time machine is broken. That was a fucking 2-use thing.
Yeah, speaking of the Grinch, what do you guys feel about the Smash leaks?
I'll save that for another episode.
I think it's pretty spooky.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But
It's
here's
pretty
some-
cool.
here's
I want to
something
know why
wanna-
they didn't put Minecraft Steve in. He was gonna be my.
That was a
main.
really weird decision. Do you remember when they actually put like? I don't really actually know. I don't want to leak it. I just thought it was a very rash decision for them to put Little Black Sambo in. I don't know what his down B is gonna
Dude,
be.
I
but...
mained Little Black Sambo. What are you talking about?
Holy fuck!
But I remember my mother told me something really interesting. Back in the 80s, they had that whole scare of like people putting like razor blades in candy bars and shit. And I remember there was that one case of someone actually sticking a bunch of razor blades in apples. And like she's telling me this, and I'm thinking, what dumbass kid is eating apples on Halloween
Exactly.
in the first place?
I don't get the razor blade one either. How the fuck do you eat candy that's not in a tainted wrapper?
Like if you,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, like if you know your candy's been tampered with, I fucking swear to God, Chris, if he was in this chat, I would kill him right now. But-
Yeah, like if I ever got like a PO box, if I ever become a famous freaking vlogger, a famous Let's Player, why the fuck would you eat things that they send you on
I know
screen?
that shit is so
What
dangerous.
if it did though? Like, what if you open up that PO box and it's just an extremely large
An acid bomb.
peanut
They
M&M?
send you anthrax.
Yeah, you're like, anthrax. I'd go to my peanut butter sandwich.
This was a good
Oh
album.
shit! It's a pixie stick. It's a pixie stick, but the package it
See,
doesn't
like,
come with a straw.
But see,
Pixie
like,
stick opened up. It's all over the place.
This
you
pixie
notice-
stick makes me feel all silly.
you notice like a lot of people like they'll sneak shit into the candy and all that, but one thing they don't do is be clever about it, because they'll put like scotch
Yeah.
tape over the part that they clearly opened
Just
up.
inject it. Who's gonna find a needle hole if you inject that thing with like
I'll
fucking
inject
antifreeze?
this razor into the Snickers.
No, if you inject poison, if you fed a kid rat poison and called it a gummy bear, and you just put funny little air freshener smell on it, and they're like, it smells like Milky Way, they would eat
Smell
it.
like Milky Way.
If you gave them out Tide Pods before it was a meme, I swear to God, a lot of them would do it.
Patrick, has
Kill a
anyone
lot
ever
of
tried to
kids.
poison you on Halloween?
Or
Uh,
what available poison
what, me?
did you
Yeah.
get legally that would kill them? How the
No,
fuck-
like
how did
my
you
trick
do
or
that?
treats have been pretty uneventful, and even if they weren't, I don't remember.
I just had another trick or treat
What was
story.
like-
Holy shit!
What was like anything interesting that happened when you were trick or treating,
Okay, I have one.
but-
Oh, sorry.
good or bad?
yeah, I'm sorry. He was talking to me, young lady.
I'm sorry.
Young
Fucking
sorry.
excuse
We're gonna
me?
have to excuse you
Excuse
from the
me?
premises.
Young lady.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He'll whip his dick out and fuck your mom if you don't stop. All right, Patrick.
Old
Yeah.
lady.
Tell me how good my XX chromosomes are aligned one more time, and I will impregnate your family lineage. That is not a threat. That is a promise.
Happy Halloween, guys. So Patrick,
Happy fucking Halloween. You know what a rusty pumpkin is? You know what I'm saying, fellas?
High five, bro.
so Patrick, you were
So
saying.
anyway, yeah. The most memorable thing, I guess, was like one Halloween I dressed up as a doctor, and when I went trick or treating, instead of going like trick or treat, I said I need some candy for my patients. And then when I went home, I'm like, I don't think I got as much candy this year. And my mom was like, well, that's because you didn't say trick or treat.
You should have opened, like, whenever they opened the door, you should have been like, did someone call for a doctor?
I should have.
Wow.
You should have said whipped it out. You should have just whipped out your cock and said, sounds like mommy needs a different type of medicine. You should have looked very
There you go,
aroused. You
Patrick.
should have
Whipped
been
out
should've
your little
done that.
Mickey and said, "Mommy needs her milk."
If you were allergic to like peanuts, you could get a little peanut M&M and you could shove it into your urethra so it looks all red and inflamed and fucking aroused.
How old were you when you were a doctor, Patrick?
I don't remember.
You got a
Six.
PhD.
Not old enough to know what a penis is, that's for sure.
My dang, you would do.
Penis, dick. That's what PhD stands
Oh
for.
my God.
I swear it.
That's
Get
good.
it? Because it's juvenile?
Did we?
Are you fucking making fun of my humor? You're the one that's laughing, you dipshit.
Okay.
This reminds me on the song says when Kanye said, "I always had a PhD, a pretty huge dingle dangle," and that sticks with me to this day.
You know what my
and by
favorite.
that, he's insinuating that he has a big dick. If no one caught it.
Oh,
You know what my
I didn't
favorite
I didn't
Kanye
hear.
quote
I
was?
kind of just shut you out.
You know what my favorite Kanye quote was?
what?
When I was
This is a
about.
Halloween podcast episode. That's what Kanye said.
No,
I
this
remember
here's
that.
what Kanye
Yeah, but
said.
you know what's scarier than anything else?
Taxes. So here's what
Yeah.
Kanye said that really spooked me. He actually reminded me of the time where I actually dressed up as a ninja for like 3 years fucking straight as a kid.
Oh yeah, I
I
did that
was
with the
so
zombie.
obsessed with
That's
that.
all I would dress up as.
I was so obsessed with that. Like I would go to Party City with my mom, and like we'd be picking out a costume, and she'd ask me what I want to be. And for I think it was actually 4 years, but for like many years straight, I would literally just want to be like the same looking ninja, just a different color every year. I don't know why she tolerated that shit.
You look like a Mortal Kombat reskin.
Yeah,
I was just about to say. you went
honestly,
from
I kind of
Sub-Zero-
was, because like the first year I was like a scorpion, the next year I was like reptile, then I Ermac,
Sub-Zero.
like Sub-Zero. I think like the year where I finally stopped doing that, I think I dressed up as like some like edgy shit. I can't remember, but it wasn't a ninja, thank God.
The worst
Speaking of
costumes
edgy-
always are. Oh, hold on, you go.
Speaking of edgy, here's where I barge in with my costume. I bought the diamond sword from Minecraft with the Steve head, and thought it was
That is so edgy.
Are you going out like that?
I was so happy. I was actually like, oh, I look cool as hell right now. I love it. So I went out, right? And I went to go trick or treat, and I went out in public like that, and I knocked on a door. These two kids come out, like probably the same age or younger as me, but he started freaking the hell
They
out.
kicked
like,
your ass, and they were like, haha, we play Roblox, nerd.
Ever heard of Terraria, you 3D bitch?
I play Starbound.
You voxel infused pussy. Alright, wait, I have a story.
Wait, no, he's not done.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
these kids are legitimately having a goddamn aneurysm. The fact that I'm like Minecraft Steve. They actually gave me more candy, and they gave me like Reese's is my favorite fucking candy. And we had bags of that shit. They were so like, you know what, take a handful, and I'm going, thanks. They're like, no, take another handful. I took 3 handfuls, and I'm like, you know what, this shit worked out.
Oh, that reminds me. I'm sorry to cut you off, Dov. This is really quick. Did y'all? Did y'all ever know that one little shit? Like whenever the person at the door would stop like giving out candy, would just leave the bowl out, and that one asshole who would just like
yeah.
take the bowl
Yeah.
and just dump it in their bag.
They saw
Every
the Target
Halloween-
commercial.
Yeah,
and they
that's
said,
me.
I can't read, haha. There was always that dumb shit that would like he'd haul in like more candy or something, and he'd like use it as a dick measuring contest. It's like, dude, I got 8 inches of candy. If you know what I'm saying, it's like, dude, you're cool.
What the
You're legitimately more epic
got
than
8
me.
8
inches
inches is
of
only like 2 full size.
Yeah, that's not even that much.
I know. I got 8 inches of candy.
Man, I had
That's
like
like-
fucking pillowcases full of that shit.
I know.
Yeah.
I used to. Oh, there's this dirty little trick I used to do where I would have, because you know your parents have to come for like a certain little bit until you're old enough where they can trust you.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like the threshold is usually like 12 for people.
Yeah, that's whenever
the
I
very
started going
latest
out with friends
16.
and stuff. Whenever I was trick or treating. But yeah, go on.
You're on the cusp of pubescentitism.
Yeah.
You know. That's when you're becoming a man.
Or a woman.
You're a man in the eyes of the Jewish faith right there. That's why they let you out.
Anyways,
Because
go
Jesus
on.
got to save.
Circumcise you.
Yep. Okay, wait. Okay, so I would have a full bag of candy, and I would give it to my mom, and then she would give me a bag, and we'd put like 2 handfuls in, and it would be like 10 p.m. and I would only have like 2 handfuls of candy. I'd go twinkle tweet, and I'd look all sad, and they'd give me more candy because they'd look inside and they'd see 2 fucking scoops, and they go and then they'd fucking do that.
10 p.m. Oh my god, that was like the worst time to go trick or treating because people are
I
literally
know,
just trying to
because
sleep.
all your candy. Yeah. Who sleeps at 10 p.m. on fucking Halloween?
Fucking old
I hate the
people.
people
That's
that
who.
don't turn their porch
Elderly.
lights off. If you don't turn your porch lights off and you're watching a movie in the living room of your house,
That's true.
and
It's
you
still free
don't
game.
expect kids, yeah, fucking assholes.
Can I
Alright.
just play this into an idea I had? What about, you didn't fucking trick or treating stories? What about Halloween specials? That's a shit we need to touch on. Cause Halloween Fuck November and Christmas. I had the day.
November is fun. Fuck you.
November's
Anytime it's
cool.
cold.
What November special is really good? Tell me. What's
Halloween
Black Friday.
Charlie
Charlie
Brown
Brown
Thanksgiving
one.
special.
That's true.
When Linus talks about the benefits of the Christian faith, right
That's
into fucking
next
Charlie
month.
Brown's desolate eyes.
That's the month after that where he talks about loving Jesus or some gay shit.
When they have fucking popcorn and belly beans, little jelly
Belly
beans.
Oh yeah, they're fucking weird ass Thanksgiving dinner where they're just eating like cereal.
Where they had the black kids sit on the other side of the table and all the
Oh,
other
yeah.
white kids. That's not a joke. That's not a
I
joke.
remember.
It's real.
I know what you're talking about.
Remember when they were pilgrims and like half of them fucking died on this cold ass ship or something?
Linus
You guys
wrapped
remember
himself in
that?
his blanket and he
I
saved
know.
himself.
Those
out
are, he died and he got petrified like a fucking Pompeii sculpture. It was a gritty little Charlie Brown reenactment of the pilgrimage.
Fucking Peppermint Patty got scalped by a bunch of Navajo Indians.
Chuck were her last words as she saw her fucking
She was
intestines
like,
getting
Charlie
spilled out.
Brown, I don't feel so good.
Good luck, Chuck.
Okay.
They
I have
fucking they stuff her mouth with their fucking little flip flops. Those are little. Oh my god, I would love to see a gritty fucking Charlie Brown special.
Robot chicken. There you go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, where the fucking Pumpkin King fucking eats them all.
Yeah.
Whatever that guy
They're in
was.
hell at the very end. But
Charlie
speaking of-
Brown goes to kick the football. He misses and he gets a concussion. He's knocked out cold.
Remember when
Charlie
Charlie
Brown
Brown
has
had
CTE.
fucking back problems? Remember when Charlie Brown had back problems after he fucking fell wrong the other day?
Remember
He
when
just had
Charlie Brown got
scoliosis?
hepatitis?
Remember when Charlie Brown licked the streets of LA and he got fucking
Yeah.
hepatitis? He ate mac and cheese on the fucking sidewalk, and the next day his dick was shooting funny little colors at his pee hole.
Charlie Brown licked Weird Al's Hollywood star and he got hepatitis B.
Oh,
Guys, okay, let me tell my story. Jesus.
Go
Wait, hold on. I want to say something.
All right, that's fine. That's fair. I'm sorry.
No, I was
Fucking
kidding. I was just
aggressive.
going to be. an
Oh,
asshole.
speaking
Actually,
of
wait,
Weird
I
Al,
actually wanna say something, though.
Oh my fucking god.
Yo,
Just
this
real-
one time on Halloween, like, it fucking snowed, and, like, all the power went out everywhere. But
That's terrifying.
trick-or-treating, so we just walked up to some people's houses who were just completely out of power and just asked if they had any food.
Not even candy. Just like, can you nourish us?
Pour some
we
tomato
no,
soup
we
into
asked
my
for candy,
pillowcase.
but it was still pretty good.
I like
Still
the
went
funniest
trick-or-treating,
food.
So all these fuckers, they were just trying to survive when the power was out.
Is that so?
Give us
Yeah, like a
candy.
fucking apocalypse.
God. That's kind of creepy though. The sound of it is like trick or treating when there's no power, like no lights on.
I know.
On the
It was
dark
like
side.
snow
That's fucking
everywhere.
Creepy. It's a good setup for a
I-
horror film.
Especially the snow. Something
Oh,
something
yeah.
about snowing on Halloween is just a little creepy.
Yeah.
Because snow
It
is
was
like
gonna snow
silent.
today, but it got a bit warmer. They
I
actually
don't know
predicted
why,
snow today.
but blood on snow has to be like the most eerie looking thing towards
Oh
me.
fuck
Oh yeah, like from
Have you
Fargo and
ever
shit?
seen? You're like, one time I accidentally like cut my lip or something. I didn't notice, and I went to the shower, and it was the most It's so terrifying watching your like blood dissipate, and just imagine watching that in snow. Like I was like, oh, what's happening with my lip? And I look at it, and I just fucking watch my blood go off my fingers. Like I'm a little unsettled. I'm a little fucking perturbed, as I heard Megalovania echo from the drain.
The CBGB's been haunting me.
Dob, you had a little story you had. For...
Oh, did I? Did I now? Oh,
Yeah.
you remembered?
Wait, before that, can I put something in quick to add on?
Yeah,
the
sure, I don't
first
care.
section?
I don't care.
Uh,
I'm playing it up as a bit. I don't despise you for interrupting me. That's all I've done this ever since we walked into this creepy Hannibal Lecter ass house with
I
funny
still
little.
can't believe we fucking
different
entered this
PNGs.
house and
Listen,
we got tricked into fucking recording a podcast instead of eating candy.
I'm
Yeah,
getting-
when the fuck do these mics get here? Why the fuck do you have a double monitor setup on your dining? When the fuck is that ham gonna be ready? You piece of
I want
shit.
my sour Skittles.
there was
I want
I
my
still need the
Skippy
V-Bucks.
peanut butter.
there was
I
no
want
ham
my
in the
kid
oven. I
to
just
tune
took.
out and support my family.
There's not see a ham in the oven is a euphemism for me. It just means there's like
It's a
pack of-
euphemism for a podcast setup.
Yeah. Welcome to my house.
Saying a
Yeah, I got a ham bacon in the editing bay. It'll be done in 2 hours.
That's what I
You guys
asked.
know? Okay, wait. Okay, I have two little fucking BuzzFeed mind blowers. I didn't get these off of BuzzFeed. That was just a shitty fucking. I'm sorry,
BuzzFeed brain
guys.
blasts.
Did you guys know that slang is short language for short language?
That's fucking dope.
And did you
That's
know that
cool.
ham, if you go ham, that means hard as a motherfucker?
That's cool.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
knew that one.
Oh,
Yeah,
go
fuck
hard,
you, dude. Whoever
dude.
said yeah? Was that Beans? Was that the little bitch boy Beans?
Yeah, that was Bean. I
Fucking
heard
saying
him
that
say it.
snow is scary, you bitch.
You know, one thing someone mentioned, I forgot who it was, but Halloween specials. I kind of like got reminded of. Yeah, I kind of got reminded of. Y'all remember Scary Godmother on Cartoon Network?
Yeah.
Buddy,
Nah,
it's on
I
Instagram everywhere. That's not something you bring up and then have everybody like have a nostalgic feeling, right? Y'all remember Monster House? No, that shit right there.
That was a
Monster
good
House
movie.
was a great film. Oh, Polar Express. They're just like they have the same vibe to me, even though
Man.
Monster House's animation is
It's
pretty
because
weird.
they were
just-
Monster House and Polar Express both had like the fucking 3D rigged people doing all the animation.
Yeah.
It wasn't the animation.
They had
Dude,
they had
have
some
you-
really
have you
good
ever
motion
looked back?
capture.
It was fucking 2004. What fucks me up is that I thought that it was at least 2006 was Polar Express. Fucking 2004.
They had some really good motion capture for those movies, most definitely. But
Yeah.
like, I'm talking about just like not so good ones. Like I do remember being a kid how much they hyped up biggest Halloween special of the year, Scary Godmother, and I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be great. Then the day comes, I watch and I was like, wait, that was it?
It's ironically, it's
No.
we force ourselves to make it good, but
No,
in
you know what's
reality, it's
worse?
like
You know what's
Ocarina.
worse in the movies? You know what's worse in the movies because at least you can make fucking fun of those with friends.
What?
The fucking TV shows that they play before them. My babysitter is a vampire. Holy fuck!
That was some nostalgia I was not expecting.
God, I hate that show so much. Their fucking makeup artist is like a 4-year-old learning what lip balm was for the first
Yeah, they just
time.
have like the fake ass vampire teeth, and they have like just a little.
It
bit
looks
of
like they
glitter.
got it from Party City
Yeah.
for $1.50.
It was
Are
awful.
we sponsored by Party City? Why is everybody like bringing that shit up?
Guys, go to Party
I'm the
City.
only
Halloween.
person that brought that up. Yeah, Halloween. Why do these people keep on
That's
bringing
the
up
only reason you
costume
go
sellers?
there.
Guys, go to partycity.com/lavaman. You get some good deals.
Go to partycity.co/UK.
The lowest and best
to
prices,
get some
party
good deals.
accessories, hats, and many more.
Yo,
Get your
everyone
sh-
go to circuit
Yo, guys,
Circuit
discount
City.
code
really,
double D.
really quick before I tell my story, I noticed something really ominous. I just tried to go and use our sponsor deal from partycity.co/UK/double bless you. Slash
didn't
the
know
double
we
D
had
pod.
sponsored
Shut the
by
fuck up.
Party
Slash the double D podcast. Guys, I don't get no internet service, and my phone is about to die. Is that the same for you guys too?
Maybe it's a phantom.
I don't know what phone.
Fuck. Sorry, I have to, Mario.
I don't have a smartphone. But my
Guys, more like a butter. All right, let me tell my story.
Oh yeah, you had a story. You were trying to tell for like 20
Yeah, I
minutes
did.
now.
I went
20
to
minutes now.
Halloween. I went to Halloween and they split up the kids into two groups. And I went to the group where
Wait,
the
you went
kid's
to
dad.
Halloween? You visited Halloween?
Yes, I went to Halloween. He was a nice guy.
Dude,
His
you
wife
went to
was
Halloween.
amazing. Just a wonderful woman. His kids were a little rambunctious, but they were polite. You know, they calmed down. They settled down. Yeah, but I went to Halloween's house. I went to a kid's house for fucking Halloween. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
And we split it out the groups into people that were going with, like another kid's dad and then his dad. And I went with his dad. And let's just call this guy Keep Out of Children Caution. Oh, I just read like the most fucking bait block. Let's call him Mr. Block, all right? Because this is the closest thing that doesn't say keep out of reach of children. So Mr. Block, he took me out with a bunch of other kids, and what happened is I scared somebody. I went boo, and then he dropped all of his candy, and he was like, you know what? Just for that, I'm gonna give you all the candy that I just dropped. And so I got all that. So then I kept on, because I'm a little kid and I think I fucking do these confirmation biases where I think that if I do the same thing over and over again, I'm gonna get like the same result. So I kept on doing that, and then eventually it took too long because there was like a line, and none of them were waiting for me anymore, and they fucking left me.
Oh,
Like
no.
there was no head count, and they just left me. And I was like, oh, it's fucking almost 11. I don't know this neighborhood. It's a fucking loop around neighborhood too, which is like even worse. Like it was shaped like a bunch of clovers. It was shaped like a bunch of clovers, which sucked dick. And so I kept on asking people whether or not I could use their phone. And like on the 4th try, I didn't get a creepy pedo. I got an upstanding fucking police officer with his wife and his kid. Which I mean, it still could have been dangerous, but he let me use it. And I called my mom, and I was all scared because I thought that I was gonna like fucking die on a Halloween. But I didn't. And I went to this guy's house, and he was just trying to get my mom over there. And Mr. Block, the kid's dad, to come back over there and fucking finish trick-or-treating with me because he fucking ditched me. But what was really funny is that the police officer's dad kept on like fucking reassuring me like I was an abused housewife. Like, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna get you out of here. We're gonna find you your home. It's gonna be great. And then it was really funny because I don't know if he like had a Batman complex. Like he thought he was a hero because he was wearing the costume. And he just like, dude, do you know Spanish? I was like, yeah. And he was like, ah, nice. And it didn't go anywhere. It's like, I was like, I need to get out of here. Like the fear quickly turned to annoyance since I realized I didn't want to fucking stay there anymore. And so he let me go trick-or-treating again. And let me just say this. I was the only kid left. He didn't have any of the kids anymore. And he still fucking left me! Like I was in another line again, and I went back and he was gone, and he was 2 houses down. It's like, what fucking kid are you following? What are you doing? And what is your problem? He's like, you were taking too long. And I was just like, let's just fucking go to your house. I was so pissed off, and I think that might have been the first time I became a jaded little prick. It was before the grade, it might have been a catalyst. There you go.
Yo, about those Halloween TV specials, does anyone know or like remember those fucking Tom and Jerry specials where they just
Fuck
inserted
any of the Tom and Jerry
into
specials.
movies?
Honestly,
I remember when
I remember was
What's wrong with Tom and Jerry specials?
I had the one.
though. They insert them into other things. The one I remember was the Nutcracker, so it's the Nutcracker, but
Nutcracker.
with Tom and Jerry.
It's literally just the same story, like the Wizard of Oz, Willy Wonka, like that kind of stuff. But
fucking
like
Willy
every
Wonka
now
one.
and then they'll cut to Tom and Jerry doing some stupid shit. Like it's
Yeah.
they're not the same
Stop, you
anymore.
autistic. You guys like freaking Lego Dimensions, and it's the same thing. You guys are a bunch of autistic little freaks
Fuck did
that
I
like to watch
say I
Thomas the
liked
Tank Engine
Lego
go around.
Dimensions? I haven't played with Lego since like last week, dude. Step up.
What a grown boy.
Yeah.
His bones are full of calcium and nutrients.
I was
watched
playing
him
with him alongside my my many bottles of Stella Artois.
I like how Legos have an age limit. Like you could only.
Yeah.
Only
8
6
to
to
like,
12.
it's 4 to 99, right? Or is it
Yeah.
4 to 100?
It's something
Don't
like
they have,
that.
like 12-year-old age limits. Like what 12-year-old would be playing with Legos normally?
Me.
Oh.
What? Do any of you guys hear that crazed fucking lunatic outside the house screaming for somebody to test audio for them? Do any of you guys
Not
hear that?
really.
I can hear it.
To mind
Uh,
him, he's the neighbor. He's going to be
He's
taken
the ass-
care of.
He's the Jeeves of the household.
The Jeeves.
He's the butler man. He's the
Okay,
ass Jeeves.
so you brought this up earlier, Dov, haunted houses. I got a bit
Yeah.
of a haunted house story that I think is like really stupid, but also kind of funny at the same time.
Tell it, dude.
So-
That's like my whole career.
Let it rip.
Yeah, like a Beyblade, dude. I remember when, whenever I first moved to this town, our first Halloween, like, we couldn't really go anywhere because we didn't know, like, shit about the entire place. Like, we didn't know what the good neighborhood was with the good candy. So instead of that, well, like, my dad helped my brother out. He helped him find somewhere to trick-or-treat. My mom and I, we went to a haunted house. Except it wasn't a house, it was the Haunted Woods. And, all it was is just...
Devil worshipping woods.
yeah, Yeah, the Devil Worshipper Woods. No, it was just this jank ass park that wasn't as wide as like a parking lot. It was so small, and we went in and we were thinking, oh, this is gonna be really good. But all it was just a bunch of blue tarps with guys with like Freddy and like Scream masks on, yelling at people as they walked by. And like I remember the worst part, like this was probably the funniest part. At the end, there was this midget hiding in a tree. And his whole point was he was supposed to...
K-I-S-S-I-N-G.
Yeah.
How did he get up there?
He had a ladder.
Oh.
But his whole point was he would jump down with a knife, and he would like a fake knife, and he would chase people out of the exit. I feel bad for laughing at this, but he jumped and he face planted into the ground.
Oh my god.
And like I tried to help him up. I was like, "Hey man, you all right?" He's like, "No, just be scared." And he just left. I felt so bad for the poor guy, but it was so funny.
The guy saying like, "Please be scared"
He
is
was
almost
like-
like Ted Cruz saying like, "Please clap."
That's
Yeah.
the fucking
He was pretty much telling us
Jeb
to.
Bush.
I think he was trying to tell us to.
Oh
like-
yeah, Jeb Bush, not Ted Cruz.
I think he was trying to tell us to like, as we were leaving, act scared. But like, no, he was. Just,
Oh
like,
shit, we already. Oh fuck. Oh, okay, that's cool. I got a little phone call, so I don't know how it ended. Sorry.
Oh,
Please.
is everything good?
It's just a midget face plant.
Yes.
What is happening?
A small boy face planted with a fake knife and landed on his baby soft spot, and he died.
He wasn't high up.
Okay,
like-
okay, no, I don't like that. I want to go down into the basement because I smelled Skippy and Peter Pan peanut butter.
Oh, is that where the V-Bucks are?
Yeah.
Is that where the
No.
tuna is?
Can I get my damn peanut M&Ms, please?
Before you.
Okay, no, wait. Guys. Do you guys smell that delectable delight? I smell it coming from over there, where I heard Peter Griffin's delightful screams.
Before
It
you.
smells like Skippy Peter Pan peanut butter? More like Peter Griffin peanut butter. Guys, let's go down to the basement. I can smell the peanut butter.
Hold on. Before you boys go downstairs, may I just say real quick, do watch your step. You wouldn't want to fall, would you?
Nah, I mean,
No, that'd be really bad.
guys. Hey, hold the handrails. Be safe, guys. Hold hands.
Yes,
when you
hold
do
the
this.
handrails.
Please
They are
let us.
totally not laced with nails.
Oh, good. That would be dangerous.
How do you lace? That'd
that's
be very
very
dangerous. How do you even lace stairs and
Oh,
nails?
some
I mean, I feel like a tripwire would be
Sticking out the
more,
bottom.
I feel like a tripwire would be more realistic.
Ah!
Welcome, everybody, to the DD cult. Today, we will be making our yearly sacrifice.
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 Sacrifice.